know how as a child you couldn't sleep after watching a horror movie. And then your parents told you that it wasn't real. After that you just fell asleep, knowing it was all just made up. But what if I told you that the scariest horror films that kept you awake at night are actually real? This is why we've made a list of 5 horror films that are actually based on true stories. Before we get into the video, please make sure you give video a like and subscribe to our channel. It means a lot. Thank you and enjoy watching. Number 5. A Nightmare on Elm Street. If you love horror and knife-fingered ghosts, then you are surely familiar with Freddy Krueger. The iconic Freddy Krueger kills teenagers in their dreams. Main director of the film told that the idea stemmed from an article he read in newspaper about a family of Cambodian refugees with a young son who reported awful nightmares. He told his parents he was afraid that if he slept, the thing chasing him would get him. So he tried to stay awake for days. When he finally fell asleep, his parents thought this crisis was over. Then they heard screams in the middle of the night. By the time they got to him, he was dead. He died in the middle of a nightmare. The medical report said there was nothing wrong with him physically. Here was a youngster having a vision of a horror that everyone older was denying. That became the central line of Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 4. Scream. The classic 90s slasher flick uses dark humor to tell the story of a group of teens and a mystery man named Ghostface who wants to murder them. But the real story ain't funny. The movie was inspired by the Gainesville Ripper, real name Danny Rolling, who killed 5 Florida students by knife over a span of 3 days in August 1990. Rolling later confessed to raping several of his victims, committing a triple homicide in Louisiana, and attempting to murder his father in May 1990. In total, Rolling confessed to killing 8 people. After that, he was sentenced to death for the 5 Gainesville murders in 1994. He was executed by lethal injection in 2006. Number 3. The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's horror masterpiece is about a man who is driven to insanity by supernatural forces while staying at a haunted remote hotel in the Rockies. The movie derives from Stephen King's book of the same name. But did you know that The Shining was actually inspired by an existing hotel? The Shining was inspired by the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, where plenty of guests have reported seeing ghosts, hearing screams and voices in the hallways in the middle of the night. Pretty creepy in my opinion. The Stanley Hotel wasn't actually used in the movie because Kubrick didn't think it looked scary enough. Number 2. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This movie is about a group of friends who come into contact with the murderous cannibal Leatherface. It is supposedly based on America's famous serial killer Ed Gein, who liked to keep his victims' body parts as trophies. By the time he was arrested, he had 9 human skin masks in his possession. The original film memorably features a room filled with furniture created from human bones, which is also a nod to Gein's home. Here is the list of body parts that Ed calls trophies which were found in his house. Number 1. Child's Play. We all have seen scary movies with possessed dolls. But did you know that almost every one of them, including the famous Chucky, who gives nothing but terror to everyone who comes in contact with him, is based on one doll that really exists? I'm talking about Robert the doll, whose owner Robert Eugene Otto received it from the servant who worked for his parents. This woman was supposedly mistreated by her bosses, and to punish them it is believed that she cursed the doll with voodoo and black magic. The doll terrorized them from the first day. One time the doll even tried to kill Robert. Their neighbors said that they saw the doll looking out the windows and changing positions every day when no one of the family was home. They also heard strange noises out of their house. Today Robert the doll is in East Martello Fort Museum. Staff members report that Robert's facial expression changes. They are hearing demonic giggling and have even seen Robert put his hand up to the glass. Pretty creepy, huh?